Hello students, welcome to Nagesh Karisky Orchid School. So students, in the previous class we have completed lesson number 12, ratio and proportion. Today we are going to start new lesson, that is lesson number 13, symmetric. So let us start lesson number 13, chapter 13, symmetry. Symmetry is quite a common term, yeah, it is a common term used in day-to-day life. It is used in day-to-day life. When we see certain figures with evenly balanced proportions, we say they are symmetrical. So you can see, for example, here the two images are given, that is Taj Mahal, which is in UP, and Tiruvannamalai, which is in Tamil Nadu. So can you find the symmetry between these two figures? So when we divide this image into two equal parts, the two sides are identical, means those are same, yeah. When we see certain figures with evenly balanced proportion, we say they are symmetrical. Thus we can say these both are symmetrical. These pictures of architectural marvel and are beautiful because of their symmetry. Because of their symmetry, they are beautiful, right? Isn't it? They are beautiful because of their architectural marvel. Okay. So, and their symmetry. Suppose we could fold a picture in half such that the left and the right halves match exactly, then the picture is said to have line symmetry. Yeah. So you can see this butterfly, we have made it into half and folded image of the butterfly. So both the sides become identical. In the same way for this spot and in the same way for this smiley. Yeah. We can see that the two halves are mirror images of each other. Yeah. We can see they are the mirror images of each other. When we place a mirror on the fold, then the image of one side of the picture will fall exactly on the other side of the picture. So see, you can draw an image of a butterfly and fold it into two equal parts, and on this dotted line you can place a mirror. You can see the exactly other side of the butterfly. Yeah. So it is nothing but called as mirror image. It is called as mirror image. If you place a mirror on the fold, then the image of one side falls on the picture, will fall, and it is on the other side of the picture. When it happens, the fold, which is the mirror line, it is a line of symmetry. It is a line of symmetry, or we also call it as axis of symmetry. We also call it as axis of symmetry. The shapes you see here are symmetrical. Why? When you fold them along a dotted line, one half of the drawing would fit exactly over the other half. How do you name the dotted line in the figure? Where will you place the mirror for having the image? Exactly over the other half of the picture. The adjacent figure is not symmetrical. Can you tell? Why not? See, if we, as we know, we have to divide the figure into two equal parts. So if we draw the line here and place the mirror on the dotted line, we get the same as this figure, but the other side is different. So thus we can tell this figure is not symmetrical. Let us see making symmetric figures using ink blot devils. Okay. So let us see how to do this. Take a piece of paper, fold it in half. You have to take a piece of paper and fold it into half. Spill a few drops of ink on one half side. Here you have to spill few drops of ink to make a pattern. Now press the halves together. Now when you have folded the paper into half, you have to press the papers together. Is the resulting figure symmetric? If yes, where is the line of symmetry? Is there any other line along which it can be folded to produce two identical parts? Try more such patterns. Yeah, see, when we have taken a paper, we have spilled few drops of ink to make a pattern, and then we have folded it. Then we can observe that when we have pressed the figure, pressed the paper, the other side of the paper gets the same pattern as the on both the sides. Then where do we have the line of symmetry? It is exactly in the middle where we have folded the paper, and the two parts become identical. So there are few more types of ink blottings that we can do by taking different patterns. Now we will see about inked string patterns. So fold the paper in half. On one half portion, arrange short length of strings dipped in a variety of colored inks or paints. Now press the two halves. Study the figure you obtain. Is it symmetric? In how many ways can it be folded to produce two identical halves? See, now we have taken a string and it dipped into different colors and just folded the paper and removed out the string. Then what we have got? We got a pattern on both the sides. Are both the patterns identical? Yes, when we draw a dotted line, we see both are identical. In the same way, we can see here. Then we have to check only one line of symmetry is there or many lines of symmetry is there. Okay. So list a few objects you can find in your classroom such as blackboard, the table, the wall, the textbook, etc. Which of them are symmetric and which are not? Can you identify the lines of symmetry for those objects which are symmetric? Yes, we can find. So let us see here. List any 4 symmetrical objects from your home or school. So the symmetrical objects are like notebook, dining table, a blackboard, wall clock and a pair of scissors. Then the next question, for the given figure, which one is the mirror line? Okay. See, we have two lines here. This is L1 and this is L2. Which is the mirror line? On which line if we place a mirror, we can get the same side of the opposite. So, the line L2. Next, identify the shapes given below. Check whether they are symmetrical or not. Draw the line of symmetry. So, few figures are given, we need to draw the line of symmetry. See here, for this lock, we have the line of symmetry exactly in the middle. Yeah. So, the both sides becomes identical. Now, for second one, for this bucket, we have the line of symmetry L here. Now, for this figure, do we have any line of symmetry? Can we draw horizontally or vertical? No, because if we draw it vertical or horizontally, we won't get the other part exactly. Next, for this telephone, do we have line of symmetry? Yes, it is in the middle. Then, for this figure, again we have a horizontal line of symmetry, and which is the pentagon. So, we have the line of symmetry in the middle. So, these were few examples where we can draw the line of symmetry. Copy the following on a squared paper. So, few things are given that we have copied it on a square paper. So, let us see. When we have copied it on a square paper, we have to just find the line of symmetry. So, this can be also the line of symmetry or the horizontal can also be the line of symmetry. Then we have here this line of symmetry. Then for this figure, do we have this line of symmetry? Is it right? No, because here we have the big size and here we do not have any. So, this is the wrong line of symmetry. Here we have in the middle, it is right. Then again here it is in the middle and here it is in the middle, which is separating two equal parts. In the figure, L is the line of symmetry. Complete the diagram to make it symmetric. So, see, the figures are given and we have to make such to draw the line of symmetry. So, we have drawn the line horizontally and then the pattern becomes symmetrical pattern. Now, few triangles are given, we have to find whether these are symmetric or no. See, is this symmetric? No, because this is the wrong line where they have drawn the line of symmetry, because both sides are not identical. Here, yes, it is the same. Yeah, let us move towards the next concept now. We have completed exercise 13.1. Figures with two lines of symmetry. Now, few figures like a kite have two lines of symmetry, For rectangle also we have two lines of symmetry. Yeah, there are different lines of symmetry. For few figures there may be more lines of symmetry also. See here, one of the two set squares in your instrument box has angles of measure 30, 60 and 90. Take two such identical set squares. We have to take two such identical set squares. Place them side by side to form a kite. We have to place them side by side to form a kite. Like the one, see, we have formed here the kite. The two set squares are placed. How many lines of symmetry does the shape have? This is the first line of symmetry, and whether this is correct? No, this is the not right one. Do you think that some shape may have more than one line of symmetry? Yeah, this particular shape of a kite have one line of symmetry, but do you think other than this there are the shapes that have more lines of symmetry? Yes, take a rectangular sheet. See, we have to take a rectangular sheet, fold it once lengthwise, so that one half fits exactly over the other half. Is this fold a line of symmetry? Why? Open it up. See, when we open it, we can see the paper is divided into two equal half and the folded part become the line of symmetry. Again, we can fold the paper and again fold it, open it up, now again fold it and see the width. Again we have the two same sides. Then we have the horizontal line of symmetry, vertical line of symmetry, then we got the four identical patterns, means boxes. So, we can say few figures have more than one symmetry, line of symmetry. Let us see here a cut out from double fold. See, we have taken a paper, we have folded it, take a rectangular piece of paper, fold it once and then once more. So, this was the rectangular paper, we have folded it once and then again once more. Cut the shape drawn and unfold the shape. Cut the shape anyhow like you want and unfold the shape. Before unfolding, try to guess the shape you are likely to get. So, if you have taken the rectangle or you have drawn any alphabet or you have drawn a star, just try to recognize which fold, which shape you have cut. How many lines of symmetry does the shape have which has been cut out? See, after cutting we have this many shapes. So, after cutting we can just find where is the line of symmetry, what is the shape. Yeah. So, this was an activity, a cutout from the double fold. Now, we will see figures with multiple, more than two lines of symmetry. So, this is one, it has two lines of symmetry, here we have three lines of symmetry, again we have four. So, few figures have more than two lines of symmetry. Take a square piece of paper, fold it into half, vertically, fold it again into half, horizontally. Now, open out the folds and again fold it diagonally, then again the other side of the diagonal. So, this can be made to find the different lines of symmetry. Thus, you can see here three lines of symmetry for an equilateral triangle. As you know, equilateral triangle which is equal from 3 sides. So, 3 different lines of symmetry can be drawn for equilateral triangle. Let us have a figure as shown alongside. See, this is the figure which we have shown. We want to complete it so that we get the figure with 2 lines of symmetry. Let the 2 lines of symmetry be L and M. So, we have the 2 lines of symmetry L and M, and this was the figure which was given. Now, we need to complete this figure from the other side to get the same image. We draw the part of the as shown to get a figure having line L as line of symmetry. So, towards the line L, taking the L as the line of symmetry, we have drawn the same part on the other side of the figure. To complete the figure, we needed to draw symmetrical about M also. Draw the remaining part of the figure. Now, from all the sides we have drawn the same part to get the identical figure. So, when we find the line of symmetry for this figure, horizontally or vertically, we get the lines of symmetry. Try taking similar pieces and adding to them so that the figures has 2 lines of symmetry. Some shapes have only 1 line of symmetry, some have 2 lines of symmetry, and some have 3 or more. Can you think of a figure that has 6 lines of symmetry? Yes, do few figures have 6 lines of symmetry? Symmetry, symmetry everywhere. Many roads, signs you see every day have lines of symmetry. Here are a few. Let us see those. Identify a few more symmetric road signs and draw them. Do not forget to mark the lines of symmetry. So, see. So, here we can draw different lines of symmetry. For these arrows also we can draw a line of symmetry. Yeah, not for this, but for this arrow we can draw it. The nature has plenty of things having symmetry in their shapes. Look at this. So, in these figures also we have lines of symmetry. The designs on some playing cards have lines of symmetry. Identify them for following cards. See, the playing cards also have line of symmetry. Here is a pair of scissors. How many lines of symmetry it does have? It has 1 line of symmetry. Observe this beautiful figure. It is a symmetric pattern known as quotes, snowflake. If you have access to a computer, browse through the topic fractals and then find more such beauties. Find the lines of symmetry in this figure. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of symmetry at least in this figure. Yeah. Let us see this exercise 13.2 also. Yeah, we will see about reflection and symmetry. Lines, symmetry and mirror reflection are naturally related and linked to each other. Here is a picture showing the reflection of the English letter M. So, this is the mirror image of the M. It is nothing but reflection and it does have the line of symmetry. The object and its image are symmetrical with reference to the mirror line. If the paper is folded, the mirror line becomes the line of symmetry. We then say that the image is the reflection of the object in the mirror line. You can also see that when an object is reflected, there is no change in the length and angles. The length and angle of the object and the corresponding length and angles of the image are the same. However, in one aspect there is a change, that is, there is a difference between the object and the image. Can you guess what is the difference? In some cases, when we see a mirror image, there may be a difference due to when the mirrors may be changed. So, these are the few examples which we are going to see in exercises while solving it, which are on the square paper. So, this is the paper decoration where we have seen symmetrical patterns. Kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscope uses mirrors to produce images that have several lines of symmetry. Usually, 2 mirror strips forming a V shape are used. The angle between the mirror determines the number of lines of symmetry. Make a kaleidoscope and try to learn more about the symmetric images. See students, to make it we need a cardboard, we need broken bangle pieces, we need a tape and a mirror. Mirror should be inserted, mirror should be from inside. We have to make 3 rectangular parts of mirror and make it into a triangle. So, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3, and it should not get moved. So, we need to tape it from the edges. Then from here we need to place a mirror and then we need to place the broken bangles. So, we can see a different numbers of images and patterns in this kaleidoscope. Album, collect symmetrical designs as you come across and prepare an album. You can prepare an album of different patterns. Okay. So, let us see the exercise questions. Find the number of lines of symmetry for each of the following shapes. So, for this figure we have 1, 2, 3 lines of symmetry. So, there are different lines of symmetry here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of symmetry. Here we have 1 line of symmetry. For this figure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of symmetry. This figure, it does not have any line of symmetry. This figure has also no line of symmetry. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of symmetry. Okay. Now, copy the triangle in each of the figures on squared paper. In each case, draw the line S of symmetry, if any, and identify the type of triangle. So, let us see. So, it is an isosceles triangle having 1 line of symmetry. As you know, isosceles triangle which is equal on both sides. So, it has 1 line of symmetry. Again we have one more isosceles triangle which has 1 line of symmetry. Then we have a isosceles right angle triangle which is 1 line of symmetry. Then we have the scalene triangle which is all the 3 sides are different. So, it does not have any line of symmetry. Let us complete the table. Now, the shapes are given and we need to find the number of lines of symmetry. For equilateral triangle we have 3 lines of symmetry, for square 4 lines of symmetry, for rectangle 2 lines of symmetry, isosceles triangle 1 line of symmetry, rhombus 2 symmetrical lines, and circle infinite symmetrical lines. Can you draw a triangle which has exactly 1 line of symmetry? Yes, which is that? Isosceles right angle triangle which has exactly 1 line of symmetry. Then exactly 2 lines of symmetry. No, we cannot draw a triangle with 2 lines of symmetry. Okay. Then third one, exactly 3 lines of symmetry. Equilateral triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. Then no lines of symmetry, scalene triangle, it has no lines of symmetry. On a squared paper, sketch the following and find the symmetrical lines. So, rectangle we have taken on a squared paper and shown the symmetrical lines. Then we have shown it for trapezium, then hexagon, 2 lines of symmetry. Then again we have one more hexagon which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of symmetry for regular hexagon. So, these figures are given, we need to trace it and find the lines of symmetry. Do we have the line of symmetry for this? No. For second figure, yes, we have 1 and 2 lines of symmetry. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of symmetry. Then for this figure we have 2 lines of symmetry. This figure horizontal line of symmetry. This figure also we have 2 lines of symmetry. Consider the letters of English alphabets A to Z. List among them the letters which have vertical lines of symmetry like A, horizontal lines of symmetry like B, and no lines of symmetry like Q. So, there are many letters which has 1 line of symmetry, which has 2 line of symmetry, and which has no lines of symmetry. So, we can see here A, H, I, M, O, T, U, V, W, X and Y have vertical lines of symmetry. and B, C, D, E, H, I, K, O, X have horizontal line of symmetry, and the letters like F, G, J, L, N, P, Q, R, S and Z have no lines of symmetry. Given here are figures, few folded sheets, and draw such design, draw about the fold. In each case, draw a rough diagram of the complete figure that would be seen when the design is cut off. See, here the folding one side is given, we need to show the other side of the fold. So, these are the figures which is shown on the other side of the fold. 13.3. So, find the number of lines of symmetry in each of the following shapes. How will you check your answer? So, few figures are given, we need to show the lines of symmetry. See, for this star we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of symmetry. Then for this tree, a small tree, we have 1 line of symmetry. Then for this figure we have 1 and 2 lines of symmetry. For this figure again 2 lines of symmetry. Here we have 1 line of symmetry and here we have 2 lines of symmetry. Thus, we have completed exercise solving of these questions. Let us revise what we have studied in this lesson. So, we have seen that pictures of architectural marvel are beautiful because they have the symmetry, So, when we fold the paper and place the mirror on the dotted line, we get the exact same figure of the other side. Then we have seen few symmetric figures by making ink blot devils, and then we have seen inked string patterns. Then we have solved the examples from exercise 13.1. We have also seen the figures which have 2 lines of symmetry and figures which have more than 2 lines of symmetry. We can fold the paper and then we can find the number of lines of symmetry. Few figures also have multiple lines of symmetry. It means they have 3, 4, 5 or 6 lines of symmetry. Symmetry everywhere. So, we can see symmetry everywhere. Where do we see it? We see on the road signs, we see in the nature, we see in the playing cards, we see in the scissors, in daily different activities, we see the symmetrical patterns. We can also see the symmetrical patterns for the snowflakes, different types of snowflakes. Then we have seen about the reflection and symmetry. Line symmetry and mirror reflection are naturally related and linked to each other. They are naturally related to each other. Then we have seen how we can make a paper decoration. You can even see the different flower patterns or the rangoli patterns, they have the symmetrical designs. You can just draw or collect few symmetrical designs and stick it on the paper. So, you will be having an album of symmetrical designs. Then you can prepare a kaleidoscope which has 3 rectangular shaped mirror, attaching it with tape and few pieces of broken bangles to see different patterns in the kaleidoscope. So, we have seen last one, an application of reflectional symmetry. A paper delivery boy wants to park his cycle at same point P. Deliver the newspaper to the houses A and B. Where should he park the cycle? So, he can go to A and so he has 2 different houses and he is starting from here. So, he can park the cycle here so that it becomes easy for him to go and give the paper. So, then the point P is ideal place to park a cycle where the mirror line of A dash B meet. So, we have seen about the symmetrical patterns and then we have seen the reflection, mirror image and many things. Okay. Thank you students.